Welcome to the very first episode of You, Me, and Chat GPT. I am your host, Miguel, and my co-host. This is a crazy idea that I had, and you know what? I have the means. I have the means to do this, so I'm going to because I need to test these things out, right? My co-host is going to be Chat GPT, so that's why I'm going to call it You, Me, and Chat GPT podcast. We're going to cover different things every single day. If you have any suggestions, please comment, send an email to ezfmedia@gmail.com and just, let me know what we should talk about. So as far as today's episode, it's just mostly me sharing the screen. And I think this is going to be the setup. I'm going to have ChatGPT on screen, and I muted him for now because he's going to try to jump in if it hears me all the time and there's a lot, like too long of a pause. I was already having a tough time like a few minutes before this. So I'm trying to set it up to where it makes sense. So I asked ChatGPT on my computer to write me a script, and then I didn't like it. So I decided to write a just bullet points. So it's the quick intro. It says, "Hey, it's Miguel, and this is the start of something weird, cool, and hopefully helpful," because it has been helping me a lot with a lot of things, finances, personal life, just overall for my peace of mind, kind of, so to speak. So we'll see how this goes, because I want it to also be kind of like a documentation of how it's been working for me and how it's growing. It did recommend to use a different Chat GPT, but I'm going to go ahead and use the one I've been using unless it tells me otherwise, or we can ask it at some point. Okay. So, it says right here, welcome to You, Me, and ChatGPT. I'm screen sharing my phone app so I can literally co-host this podcast with ChatGPT. And I'm using Switcher Studio. Shout out to Switcher Studio for having an amazing app. I use Apple Pro, iPad Pro as the interface for the video, and maybe I'll take a picture of it after I'm done. Let's screenshot it. Let's see if it won't. Ah, shit! It did close. Is it still recording? Let's try it one more time, but this time screenshot. All right. Okay, now I look stupid. Let's try one more time. Nope. I wonder if it did close. It's still recording. That's so weird. Okay, I wish you guys could see what's happening here. I'm trying to like screenshot it, and you have to press the two buttons, right? The volume and the on and off button. So there you go. We'll see that later and see what it looks like. So, so I use Switcher Studio for the video software, and then I have an iPhone right now as the main one. I can use my MacBook Air, and I can use other iPhones to do like different angles, but for now it's just You, Me, and ChatGPT. So let's get this thing going. I'm gonna try not to edit any of this out, or maybe I will. I don't know. We'll find out. So this isn't a tech show; it's a live show with AI in it. So we'll be talking about pretty much anything and everything that kind of like interests me. So if I lose you, I'm sorry. And if I don't lose you, let me know so I can like kind of keep going there. And then it says here, pause, glance at screen. Anyway, all right, let me unmute you. Okay, I'm going to unmute ChatGPT and say hi. And it says unmute. I respond with a quick intro like happy to be here. Ready when you are. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna kind of look. There's gonna be pauses because I have to wait for ChatGPT to answer every once in a while. But for me, I'm gonna try to do it the way kind of like if I was sitting in the car kind of thing and talking to it. So ignore the camera. I'm ready. Okay, so why am I doing this? All right. All right. So all right. All right, chat. We are now. I did a quick description of what I'm doing with the show of You, Me, and ChatGPT. But go ahead and introduce yourself, and let's talk a little bit about what this show is going to be about.
Hey everyone, I'm Chat GPT. I'm super excited to be your co-host on You, Me, and Chat GPT. This show is going to be all about diving into fun conversations, exploring different topics, and having a blast along the way. We'll be covering everything from tech to everyday life, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
So, chat, without getting too personal or giving out too much information of me, how have how have you been helping me with business, with everyday life decisions on, my health, what foods to eat, sleeping patterns? Let's keep the relationship stuff out of it, but let's go ahead and touch on the stuff that can really help people benefit from this type of show.
Absolutely. So, I've been here to help you with a bunch of different things. On the business side, we've brainstormed ideas, crafted proposals, and even worked on podcast scripts and logos. When it comes to health, we've talked about the best snacks, meal choices, sleep patterns, even little details like ideal nap time. So, it's really about making life a bit easier and more fun. And hopefully, our listeners will get a lot of helpful tips and ideas from our chats.
Yeah, I just realized I forgot I also asked you about naps because I remember in the past I would take a nap for about 15, 20 minutes and I felt so much better. But if it would go past that, I would feel super groggy. Just so people know why, and maybe it's just, and I found out it's not just me. So tell them a little bit about how they can benefit from taking a 15 to 20-minute nap as opposed to taking a longer one.
Yeah, absolutely. So that 15 to 20-minute nap sweet spot is perfect because it helps you recharge without falling into a deeper sleep cycle. If you keep it short, you'll wake up feeling refreshed and alert. But if you nap longer, like 30 minutes or more, you might enter those deeper stages of sleep. And then if you wake up in the middle of that, you can feel groggy or disoriented. So keeping it short really helps you get that little energy boost without the grogginess.
Yeah, and it's definitely, I guess ChatGPT for me has helped me kind of define what's been working for me because I would do things and I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel right. And then I would adjust and then it would learn and I would do all this. And now I have a tool with ChatGPT where we kind of can define those patterns a little bit better and recognize it and what it means and move forward from there. Because I feel like if you can't define or recognize what's working for you, you tend to kind of fall back to bad habits or some bad things that doesn't really help you move forward. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, chat?
That makes perfect sense. It's all about that self-awareness, right? When you can recognize what works for you and what doesn't, it becomes so much easier to stick to the good habits and let go of the ones that aren't serving you. And having a tool or a little extra guidance can definitely help you stay on track and keep moving forward in a positive direction.
So I've been recording for about 8 minutes. The first 4 minutes was me being silly with you being muted. So you kind of missed the first part. What can we tell the audience and listeners, the watchers right now? What can we tell them about this show and how it might be helpful or not helpful, however you want to say it? I guess give your 2 thoughts on what you think about the show. And moving forward, I'll ask you at the end of the day, do you think it's worth keep going? So I don't just want it to be because I'm doing something. I want it to be because you're also helping me provide value. Does any of that make sense? Like, so you can take the next 2 minutes and like kind of wrap things up for both of us because I tend to ramble on. So go for it.
Absolutely. And hey, rambling is part of the fun. So, to everyone watching and listening, the whole idea behind You, Me, and ChatGPT is really to explore, have fun, and offer a little bit of insight and value along the way. We want to dive into interesting topics, share experiences, and hopefully help you discover, new ideas or even just have a good laugh. And at the end of the day, if we feel like we're bringing value and everyone's enjoying it, then it makes it all worth continuing. So we're excited to see where it goes, and we hope you stick around for the journey.
You heard it, folks. So I don't know how often I'm going to record these episodes, but this is a quick one. I just want to record and post this as a trailer. So stay tuned for episodes of You, Me, and ChatGPT show. Take care, everybody.
Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. We can't wait to share more fun and interesting conversations with you. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace, guys.